The King and Queen are heading down under on a 9-day tour of Australia. It'll be the King's 17th official trip to the country and the first Commonwealth realm he's visited as monarch. But it's been reported that no state premier will be attending the planned reception to welcome the royals. Our royal correspondent Laura Bundock's been following developments.
This trip has been in the planning for months and months, and so too all the engagements. So it's very hard to see how a diary clash might prevent any state premier from attending. This is a big moment for the King. It is his first major overseas tour since his cancer diagnosis. Australia will be the first realm he's visited. And for Australians, this is the first time they've ever had a reigning British king in their country. Now, the King has already, as we've been hearing, had to condense his tour due to his health. But I think a visit to the landlocked capital, Canberra, was never not going to happen. And it's here, where he is head of state, of course, he's due to address a reception at Parliament House, the very political heart of the country. The Buckingham Palace said that that event would be attended by political and community leaders, but it's now being reported that not all will be there. So the 8 state and territory premiers said they're not going, so they won't be there to hear the King's address. Now, the Sydney Morning Herald newspaper is describing this as a childish no-show. So the question is, what's going on here? Look, I think with just 2.5 days of engagements planned for Australia, it leaves very little window or time for debate and discussion about the future of the monarchy in Australia. So I wonder if this is being seen as an opportunity to try and create a bit more conversation around that. Remember, it was back in 1999 that Australia held a referendum on becoming a republic. Australians voted no back then. The debate went away. The polls show that support for becoming a republic has been dipping ever since. It was in 2016, you go back, all the premiers, the then premiers, signed a document saying they want to become a republic. Nothing happened. There is a Republican Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, but even he has kicked into the long grass plans to hold another referendum on this. I suspect this snub is a chance to make some anti-monarchy headlines, to test the water, if you like, ahead of the King's arrival in Sydney on Friday.